much less soil compaction compared to even quite small tractors and machinery. So when you can
Good morning, guys. Honestly, happy Sunday. As you can see, I'm a little bit live on location today. So I'm looking forward to a lovely little stretch for you. Um, Lovely Wendy, who joins us each Sunday, invited me to her little lodge in Cornwall. So live from Cornwall, which is pretty fun. But yeah, thank you for joining me. And she's actually going to do it here. So it's all of us together, our little Sunday crew. But yeah, just change it up a little bit. So, oh, Sunday, can't wait. Let's lie back when you're ready. We're going to start in child's pose today. So, find your child's pose. You choose as usual. Figure out kind of what feels best for your body today. If you want to keep it really soft, knees parallel, kind of just underneath the hips, nice and soft. You need to keep the tailbone a bit more lifted, lift up, and just really listen to yourself today. Listen to what you need and take the time out. As you kind of relax down, just want to lean into a little bit of the Cornwall energy today. I been really blessed to kind of be by the water, and I don't know with the kind of sunshine being out whether you've kind of made your way down to a seafront or you've been able to make your way a little bit more into nature. But I cannot help but kind of tap into that beautiful energy that we get from being outside, being by the sea, being near the trees. There's just this like beautiful feeling, isn't it? And I think that we can kind of tap into that today and that beauty. May Day is interesting. I actually didn't know what May Day was until this weekend, but it is that middle point between spring and summer. And so technically today we're on the other side of it. We're leaning into that summer energy. And I know you guys had loads of beautiful sun yesterday. So as you kind of relax into your movement today, I want you to try and get some imagery of the summer and the warmth and the comfort and the peace that we get, being outside, being a little bit more in nature, not kind of hiding from the rain, but letting the sun shine on our face and all of that beauty that we get from just the natural elements being around us. So close your eyes, find your child's pose, and let's move. Let's flow. All the love. Thank you as always for joining me. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Just ease into the movement today. If you feel like anything feels sore or tight, just move in a different way. I often take my knees a little bit wider than hip distance. I quite like getting into the hips, but not as deep as maybe as we move further into the class. So take it as you need it. Just feel where you want with the arms. Maybe it feels really good to extend the arms here. Or maybe it feels really nice just to keep them soft and shallow. Just see what's going on in that upper body. And as you close your eyes, just stop. And join me in 2 slow, deep breaths, inhaling. And slowly, slowly exhaling out. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out. And again, in whatever way feels good, just breathe in just a little slower. Manipulate the inhalation as well. And slow that breath down. Slow down the breath. Just slow down the body, the mind. And just feel the connection with the hands in the mat. I'd love for you just to bring in that energy that we get. Almost imagine that sunny day, whether it's something that you've experienced maybe yesterday, day before, bringing in that element somewhere that feels good to you in nature and just taking a moment to just lean into that feeling, that walk in the woods, the crashing of the waves, the wind and that beautiful fresh air in your lungs, the warmth of the sunlight on your skin, the vitamin D, and that peacefulness that it brings, and bring that in through your practice. Let's move and flow like the waves, like the wind. And just let's connect with the elements as we move and flow today. Inhaling and slowly exhaling out. And wherever the head is, just see if you can turn. If you've got the cheek on the floor, or maybe you've got the forehead, see if you can find a space and get the forehead on the mat, or the forehead on the stacked fists if it feels too much to come down, and just rock side to side. Just breathing in and slowly breathing out. Release whatever you've been thinking about, analyzing, any thoughts that have been coming into your mind. I want you to just let it go. This hour is for you. Anything that you've been pondering, I want you to just in this moment give yourself permission to let it go and just move today. Just flow. Just let it organically happen. Breathing in and breathing out. Just let it all go in mind and just let your body take over in today's movement. Slowly bringing the head back to center. And take a moment here, maybe connecting that forehead with the fists or the floor. If there is any intention that you want to set for the practice, go for it. And if not, maybe we set an intention together. Let's just flow. Let's just let the body go. Get out of the head and just let yourself get lost in the movement, the guidance, the asana, the practice, the breath, your pranayama. Just listen to the body. Let everything else just disappear around you. Inhale, just begin to lift up in the head and walk the hands in slightly. You can keep the eyes nice and cozy and then begin to peel the body up into your tabletop position. You need to move the knees, move the knees. Amazing. From here, we're going to take our little forward and back movement. We're going to walk the hands slightly forward. We're going to lean forward with the pelvis, and I just want you to let that pelvis draw down. Now, if you've got sore back, push just into the hands, stay a bit more lifted, or you can slowly see what it feels like to draw the chest through, draw the chin in. Good. How's that feel on your back? Inhale, drawing in from your core. Exhale, knees hip distance, sink back into child's pose this way and come down as far as feels comfortable. Exhale. Good. Arms extended. Imagine like a dog extending its arms just to stretch that upper body. Rotate the biceps out and down away from the ears just to get a little bit of warmth into the shoulders. Inhale. And as we exhale, draw in from your core, coming all the way back up into tabletop, keeping it a little higher, or see what it feels like. Let that pelvis draw down. Let the chest draw through. Drop it in. Good. Inhaling. And slowly exhaling. See what's going on in the body. Inhale, use your core, push into the hands, and coming back. I'm going to give you a little count of 4, nice and slow. It's up to you whether you have your eyes closed or open. Just rock forward and back, staying where you need to. Inhale, coming forward when you're ready. And just feel what you need. And maybe flowing a little more freely, like the water, like the wind, and coming back. Ready? Moving forward and back for 4. Doesn't matter how you do it. Good. 3. See how that feels in the body. Anywhere you want to stay, stay. If you want to keep moving a more fluid, 2. And 1, finding that last position. Maybe if you're in that kind of upward dog position, looking up. And then coming all the way back. And this time, before you find your child's pose, see if you can take the knees just even a little bit wide or a lot as we get a little bit deeper into the hips. And again, if you take the knees wide and you want to be a little bit more upright, stacking those fists might feel really, really great. Or it might feel really good just to fall down. Listen to your body. So it seems it's up to you. Sometimes here is great. Sometimes fall down. And again, I actually love that feeling sometimes of extending my arms out in a child's pose position. It might not feel good to you. You can keep them softer and relaxed. Just play with your kind of forward fold. I love that extension of the arms. It really allows me to soften. Take a really big, deep breath and exhale. Just surrender in. Let go of the thoughts. Just leave it. It's going to be there when you get back. And just let yourself feel the body. And notice where you're feeling this pose. It's going to be different for each of us. Sometimes it's in the hips. Sometimes you're feeling it quite a bit, maybe in the back body. Just listen. How are you today? How is the body? How is it holding all that you're feeling? And where can you just let a release kind of happen? Inhale. And slowly exhale, relaxing, softening in the jaw. Releasing any tightness. You're holding there, releasing the teeth, and let the body settle. Nice, beautiful start, team. Slowly draw those hands back in a little closer to the face and help yourself lift up. Now, if the knees feel like it's really tight, you can absolutely wiggle them in. If not, we're going to walk the hands over towards the right-hand side. Taking a lovely side stretch. It's going to feel a little bit different with the knees. Wide, you choose. If as you come down, you're like, that's too much, Megan, squeeze them in a little bit. Otherwise, maybe take the opposite hand over and let that chest sink down. My only little guidance is make sure the head is soft, relax it somewhere between the two hands. And breathe into that side body. Notice how it feels if the knees are a bit wider. Close the eyes and just sink into that stretch. It's going to turn and face you. You can see that a little bit better. Inhaling. And slowly exhaling down, soften the forehead. And you know where we're headed. The amount of times we've done this kind of movement, walk back to the middle. We're actually going to lean into that middle bit. We're going to sink down with the chest, arms extended, draw the chin in and breathe here. Feel the breath, just filling different spaces in the body with different poses. It doesn't have to be any certain place, but just notice we're really trying to get into those other little areas that in our day-to-day, in our fight or flight mode, or, you know, how we just move. It's important to send that breath deep, isn't it? Just to get everything moving, that beautiful health. Moving down a little deeper. I can always feel this one a little more in the ribs. Inhale, coming all the way up, walk the hands slightly in and then take it over towards the side. And sinking down, feel yourself find that space. Good, you can close the eyes or just relax down. I love that feeling. It feels really meditative to just close the eyes when you find a position that feels good. Take the hand over if you want and just breathe. And again, in that side position, you sometimes feel that a side body. You can feel the ribs expanding as you inhale slow. And exhale slowly. Just soften. Let's release that tightness. Feel where the breath goes and just let it flow. Let it move where it needs to move. Just trust. Trust that the body's doing what it needs. All we need to do is just find that little position and just let the breath move a little deeper. Just letting it nourish every cell, every organ. Just kind of manifesting that health that we get from our movement, slowly coming back to center. And when you're ready, we're going to walk the hands in. Take your time. If the knees are quite wide, lift up in that tailbone and slowly bring the knees back to hip distance. Amazing. Good. From here, we're just going to take a little tabletop. So if you're finding that the knees are sore, you can roll the back of the mat up. We're not going to spend a lot of time here, but we're just going to do a little cat and cow. So it feels a bit much on the knees. Find a little position that helps. Inhale, we're going to tuck under into cat pose. Draw the chin in and feel that pull across the shoulder blades, the neck. Inhale and slowly exhaling out. Breathing and draw the chest through, pushing into the hands. So we're really getting a little bit into the spine here. Let that tailbone lift. Awesome. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Breathing in, sinking under. Finding that cat, pull across the shoulder blades, tuck under, feel that arch, really push into the arch. And then maybe take your little wiggle left to right, those little C shapes. Just begin to work a little bit into that back body, the upper back. I love this one. If you really tap into it, you can really just feel the back muscles, can't you? It's a really nice kind of moment just to feel it, a little bit of difference in that back body. 3, 2, inhale and exhale. 1. Awesome. Coming back to that beautiful center point. Good. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Awesome. We're going to inhale, take that right hand, reach it up. A little bit of that open space. We're going to thread the needle. Inhale, a little smile. As we exhale, draw in from your core, reach through from the elbow to the knee. Take that little twist. Good. Breathing in, we're going to lift it back up, taking it nice and tall. Drop the shoulders down. Inhale and slowly exhale, reaching through. Good. One more time. Inhale. Reaching, hold this time. Breathing in. And last one, bringing it through. Now you've got the choice. You can bring the elbow down and the hand down and stay here. You can reach all the way through and get a little bit more openness in the shoulders if the body allows it. Draw the shoulders down, back of the hand comes onto the floor. Maybe reaching forward with the left hand. You can bring the fingertips like a little spider, drop both shoulders down. So as you squeeze the shoulders down, you'll start to feel that little bit of openness happening. Take that beautiful deep breath in and out. And as we breathe again, you know, that little flow of the breath. Where is it going? Where is it reaching? 3. Breathing in and out. 2. And 1. Let it go. I'm going to take that hand slowly, walk it back in towards kind of your face and push up into that left hand, coming all the way back up. Beautiful. Let's open in those shoulders, looking up, and bring the hand down back into your tabletop position. Good. Inhale and slowly exhale. We're going to do the other side. Reaching up, lovely little peel up. Draw both shoulders down. So we don't want to collapse in this position. We can extend, reaching up, opening up. Open that hand in the chest as much as it feels comfortable. Let that hip dip open. Inhale. And as we exhale, we're reaching through. Just feel that little twist in the back. Keep it lifted. Good. Lovely job. Inhale, we're reaching it up. I love this one. It gives us a beautiful little twist. And as we exhale, we're reaching through. Amazing. And last one, inhale, lifting up. You know where we're headed. Drop the shoulders down. Inhale and coming down again. You can bring the elbow down and extend the hand out. You can reach all the way through, draw that shoulder down, work both shoulders down into the floor, and extend the opposite hand, right hand out. And as we do that, just don't keep the shoulders as they are, rotate them down and away. You'll start to just feel that little bit of work. We'll just breathe here. You can close the eyes if you want. Soften, let the cheek really feel comfortable. We're not kind of lifting or straining in the neck. We're just working into those shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Try and relax in the face. Sometimes we tense, don't we? The forehead, the jaw. Just use that little cue as a little reminder to breathe deep and release. Awesome. Let the hand walking it in slowly towards the face and lifting up. Lovely little twist. Reaching it up. Oh, good. Does that feel? Good morning to the body. And slowly bringing the hand down onto the mat. Awesome. So we're going to actually swing the feet to the side or whatever way feels comfortable. We're going to slowly bring the legs through. What I want us to do is just wiggle your bottom forward. We're going to come onto our backs. We're going to do a little bit of core work here before we move into our flow. We're going to lie on our backs and just get a little bit work into the center of the body. So just wanted to warm up on the knees, getting a little bit into the hips and the spine, and that will help us kind of get ready to get into this next little bit. So where you've got that lower back onto the floor, do your usual little tuck under. That's that lovely little magical cue that gets that core fired up. It really strengthens the lower back in the work that we're doing. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to breathe in and exhale through the mouth. I love that little breath. Beautiful. From here, we're going to reach the hands up towards the ceiling. We're going to bring the palms together. And what we're going to do is we're going to just take our crunch on the outside of that right knee. So we're going to breathe in. We're going to lift up in the chest and take it to the outside, maybe tapping the floor, and then coming all the way back down. Hands can come either above the body or over the head. Good. Staying with that same movement. Outside. And tapping back. So same side for now. Let's stay on the outside of that right leg. And down. So staying on that right side. Inhale. And exhale, lift. Good. I want you to breathe, soften in the face. I'm going to do a little count of 8. Let's really feel that little bit of the core, that little bit of working into the different layers of the abs. 7. Good. At your own pace. 6. Just don't forget to breathe. 5. No, smile if you like. You've got it. 4. Just feel that little bit of fire. 3. Lift in the chest. Take it really mindful. 2. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Good. You can just either stay where you are, a little hold as you take the crunch, or slowly begin to make your way back down now. And bring the hands down onto the floor and just stop. Awesome. Deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth out. Awesome. We're going to take our neck left to right. Just move. You want to soften in the eyes. You absolutely can. Close them. And just feel that little reset in the neck. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. It's that slow exhalation that really helps reset the nervous system. Just such a beautiful way to start your day. Just physically moving that energy through us. Inhale, a little smile. And exhale as you slowly bring the neck back to center and back to stillness. You know where we're going, other side. Inhale, reach the hands up. You'll bring them above the body or over the head. We're going to really take that crunch on the left-hand side. Begin to lift up. You can tap the hands if you want and slowly bring it back down. Good. Find that little bit of a rhythm. It can be a little crunch. It can be a lot. Tapping and twisting and down. Good. Just find some breath. Find your rhythm, slow or quick, for 8. Yeah, beautiful. You can really start to feel that. 7. Don't forget to breathe, relaxing in the jaw. 6. You've got this. Amazing. 5. Breathe. 4. Good. Remember, listen to your body. Stop if you need to. Just keep that little rhythm going. 3. Good. 2. And we're moving on to that last one now. As you move into the last one, you can lie back and rest, or we can lift up and just take a little hold here in the twist. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming all the way back down. Bring those hands. If you've got the range in the shoulders, bring the hands up over the head. What I want you to do is arch that spine. So you can get that little gummy bear underneath. Let's reset in that lower back. Pushing the feet into the mat and reach out. Good. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Awesome. I'm going to invite you to walk the feet a little closer towards the tailbone. We're going to stretch in that back, doing a little bit of our back bends. But slowly, what we're going to do is draw the hands up towards the ceiling and lift a little bit in the pelvis and bring the hands down. Chin to chest. Just get into the back in your bridge pose. Good breathing and reach the hands up towards the ceiling. The spine comes down. You can feel it really moving. Arch the back, arms come up over the head. Beautiful team. Inhale. And as we exhale, tuck under in the pelvis, feel everything touch the floor, and then peeling up, hands come up over the body and down. Keep it a little flowy, chin to chest. Now again, keeping with that little bit of a theme of flowing and moving in that organic way, I just want you to just move. Feel the body moving down. The back body comes to the floor, the hands come up. And as we exhale, whenever you feel ready, tuck in under and taking your version of bridge pose. Good. And just move between the two a little more freely, up and down. There's no wrong way. Just close the eyes if you like. You don't have to follow any sort of rhythm. Just listen to your body. Ready? 5. Here's your little count. 4. Quick or slow. You've got this, team. 3. Oh, take it, move it to whatever way feels good. Just really be good to you. And the last one, wherever you are, finishing that movement by slowly bringing the back body down onto the floor. And then when you're ready, bring both knees in and give yourself that little hug. And maybe rock side to side, arms around the knees, rocking left to right. Maybe the neck comes into play. Breath in and slowly breathing out. Awesome work. Relaxing in the jaw, softening in the eyes. Feel that lower back getting its beautiful little reset. Oh, amazing. 3, 2, and 1. And then when you're ready, coming back to center, let's just stop. Take a little moment, hands on the knees, big toes to touch. Let's take the knees wide and around. Now, if you want that little extra fire in your core in this one, push the lower back into the mat and get that lovely little connection there. Taking the knees as wide as feels comfortable, or you can bring them really shallow. You want to start to release. You can also let go with the hands, maybe bring the palms down and maybe see what it's like to do that movement without actually holding the knees, feeling that lower back do the work. You move the knees a little further away, maybe the toes a little further away. You can start to just build on the movement and the connection with the floor. That's getting into our core and the hips. A lovely little bit of movement, right? Sometimes I feel like I'm often repeating movements. Obviously, there's only so many ways that you can do things in yoga. But then when I think about it, I'm like, actually, it's just so good for the body. You know, this one's strengthening the back. This is strengthening the core. We're getting into those hips. And if we don't move it, we'll lose it. We need to get that kind of fluid moving in the hips. So let's just kind of lean into the familiarity sometimes. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Whichever way you're taking that movement, let's take a little moment just to bring the knees in and take your little rock side to side. Good. And I think it feels quite nice to we've stayed there a little longer today with the circles. Maybe you played with taking the hands away. Always feel free to adjust movement in a way that feels good to you. If you want to make it stronger, you want to make it softer, just trust your choice. Trust what feels good. For 3. Deep breath in. For 2, I love this one, that lower back rock, that little twist that we're getting. And slowly exhaling. Coming down. Beautiful. Let's bring the feet down onto the mat. All right, where I was working a little bit in the core today, I want us to do our little lift and twist, lift and down. It's such a great one, and maybe we can build into our cycling legs as we move through. So we'll start by reaching the hands up, bending in the elbows, bring the fingertips below the ears. Good, we're going to do our little lift in the middle, twist opposite elbow to me, and then lift in the middle. That's that little piece of resistance and coming down. It's that last little lift that gives the fire. Let's do it again. Lift and twist, lift and down. Find your breath. Lift and twist and lift and down. Again, this is your practice, your flow. You move, you stop, take a break when you need it. I'm going to give you a count of 8. You keep moving through it, great. You take a break. You add just one little lift. You reach your way through 8. Breathe. 7. Feel that fire. 6. Good. 5. 4. Breathe. 3. You've got it. Feel that lovely twist. 2. And finishing off whatever way you like, but try and keeping it balanced. Coming back to center and down when you're ready, relaxing the head. We're going to wiggle the feet to the outer edges and drop the knees over towards the right hand side. Just let them soften down. Option with the hands on the belly or interlace the fingers, push the palms away. See how that feels on the wrists. Maybe reaching the hands up alongside the ears. Again, this is us just paying attention to the flow of the breath. Inhaling and slowly exhaling out. Now, as you breathe, I want you to hear the noise that the body makes. If you're breathing a little deeper, see where the breath is drawing in and out. Can you liken it a little bit to the sea, the drawing in and out of the water? Maybe you can almost liken it to the wind, the hushing and whirling that we often hear. Feel. We need to blow the cobwebs away. We need to take the deep breaths within us, in our outer world and our inner world. Take the breath and just feel that magic that it creates, the softness, the sounds. It totally allows us to reset, reconnect. Nervous system, body, oxygen to the brain, and a little gratitude for the small things. Good if the hands are above the body, just bring them back down. That beautiful reset in the back, twisting of the hips. Let's slowly move the knees back to center. Amazing, and taking them to the other side. Just see how that goes for you. Relaxing the shoulders down. And again, you can feel the breath in the belly with the hands there. Or if you've got the range, take the fingers, push the palms away and reach the hands up over the head. Just give a little bit of a different dynamic. It does not matter where the hands are, though. Let's take those deep breaths. Maybe really close the eyes and tap into where the body's filling and where the body's softening in those deep inhalations. If you want to exhale, mouth open, mouth closed, just listen for the sound. Inhale. And slowly exhaling out. In this pose, if you've taken the opportunity to close the eyes, maybe find that beautiful space in nature you kind of had come into the forefront of your mind at the beginning of the class. And just see if you can tap into the sound of the wind on the trees, or maybe the softness of the sea. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe you just imagine breathing in that beautiful fresh air. Breathing in smells of the trees, the sweetness we get this time of year. As we straddle the spring and the summer, everything's starting to bloom. The birds starting to slowly little chirp. Say little newborns. You can hear it, can't you, in the morning all around us. Feel that beautiful energy, the connection with nature as you breathe in and breathe out. Letting it nourish, massage all the organs, feeling the ribs, feeling the lungs moving, all the organs in the lower body. Amazing, so healthy. Let's slowly bring the hands back down. And when you're ready, bring the knees back to center. Awesome, walking the feet in, bringing the feet hip distance again. Nice work, everybody. Great. Now, our next bit of movement, again, getting a little bit more into our core. Again, we do that lovely little yin and yang, that little strengthening and little softening and reset. We're going to bring you the option. Option one is that you can draw the knees in and down. So you can keep the body on the ground. You don't have to do the arms. If not, we're going to do that little bit of movement where we almost like cycle the legs. So option one is just to bring the feet to the mat like this. Option two is we can bring the hands up. And what we're going to do is we're going to lean and twist like we did before. We're going to extend that leg. And as that leg comes out, lower body stays on the floor. And we bring the next knee up and we twist. So it's like we're cycling and lifting and cycling and lifting. If you can hover the leg over the floor or bring the foot down. And again, if it feels too much, please just lift one knee and bring the other foot up. You can take it as you need it. Find your flow, breathing in and breathing out wherever you want to be. Give you a little count of 5 here as we lift and twist. You feel a little bit of an element of twisting in the movement today, kind of carried on from last time. 4, twisting the body and breathing. So good for the body. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly coming back, bring the head down, knees in. Just relax the lower back and bring the knees in. Just stop. When you're ready, our little reset, you've got the option to stay where you are. Draw the nose in towards the knees. Just give yourself a big squeeze. Close the eyes. Whatever you need, that little bit of love and that hug with for today, just take it. Take a breath, squeeze a little harder, a little smile. Even if it's just, it feels good to be in the light. It's good to be in the, a beautiful route to summer. Relax the head down and then bringing the feet down onto the mat. Good. Take a breath with me in through the nose and slowly breathing out through the mouth. Awesome. So what we're going to do is you've got option. Option 1 is to roll over into fetal position to come to standing, or we can rock and roll. So you choose. If you want to take your fetal position, go there now. Take a breath. You wanted to lift the feet and cross on the lower part of the leg. Sometimes this is a nice reset as well. Maybe you started and we don't come to seated, but take a little rock first. Just gain some momentum, bringing the feet forward. Feel the back, getting that little massage. And then once you feel ready, maybe you've got that energy to lift up or roll to your side and coming up. But what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way up and bring the body forward and bring the feet out. We're going to slowly come to our standing position. Don't worry too much if the knees, we're not going to be on the knees long. Good. Nice work, everyone. Hands in forward in front of you, tuck under into your cat pose. We're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees, and shift the weight back to that first downward dog. Now, I'm very aware we've not done much with the lower part of the body. Just see what's going on in that downward dog. Good, so walk those heels if you want, pushing into the toes. Sometimes we get outside more, we're in our trainers a bit more, which are our comfy shoes, but you can still just feel the toes, really feel the bottom of the foot, the heel, if you can make it down, breathe. Don't worry about the arch of the back here, just work into the feet and the hammies. Just see what you can do. Maybe wiggle the hips. Maybe if the neck feels strained at all, just move the head left to right. Amazing. Keep it flowing. Feel out downward dog. It's such a great way to start the day. Starting that movement. Feel the toes, the heels. Inhale and exhale. Good. Coming to a bit of stillness here. Maybe bend the knees and see if you can move into a little bit more traditional kind of pose in downward dog. So we're leaning back in the hips. Rotate the biceps down. Chin draws down. Inhale. We're going to look forward. Come up to the tops of the toes. You can step. Or you can draw in from your core and hop. The hop comes really from the core. A little bit of the legs, but just hang down. The belly rests on the top of the leg. So you've got it grabbing that opposite elbow and maybe swinging left to right. Might feel a little bit more in those hammies today than sometimes when we work into the backs of the legs. We're working a little bit on the core today, aren't we? A little bit of our twisting. And just feel that little stretch. Soften in the head. 3, 2, and 1. Good. A little smile. Hang out into the center. Release the hands. You've got it. Inhale. Find your halfway lift. So if it feels better to come with the hands up the body, sometimes I like that one first. Elbows in, chest draws forward, looking forward, feeling that little bit of work in the backs of the hamstrings, bending in the knees when you're ready and coming all the way up, palms together, back bend, inhale, and then tuck under in the pelvis, thumbs come in, draw the shoulders down. Deep breath in, and slowly breathing out. Really stop here, draw in from your core. I want you to feel the lower body is really active. You can get a lot from a standing pose. You're really squeezing, connecting, drawing in from the core. So great for that posture. Draw the shoulders down. If you want to close the eyes, you can. I want you to really tense in the lower body. So really feel like you're tensing all of the muscles, the lower leg, the upper leg. And then begin to just lift all the toes and slowly feel every little toe pushing back down into the mat, breathing in and breathing out. Really active today. Squeezing those glutes. You're going to open up the hips, drawing from your core, drop the shoulders down. Feel like I'm drawing tall from the crown of the head. You're working on your posture. And then maybe tap into that softness of the balance of the body. Just feeling the body balance for you as you breathe in and out, connecting to that place in nature. Almost want you to imagine the feet, kind of imagine barefoot in that space, whether you're walking through the woods, ground in, whether you're walking through the sand. Just ground here, feel that connection with the soles of the feet. Imagining that you're in that space. You can feel that massage of the feet, feeling the connection, maybe the coolness of the sand or the warmth. Maybe feeling the bumpiness of the trees on your feet or the dirt on the floor, the little rocks. Just connecting here with nature is just such a beautiful thing. And there is this like beautiful image and this thought that Dr. Joe Dispenza always says that sometimes our subconscious mind or our brain and our visioning doesn't know the difference between what we're visioning and what we're actually experiencing. So maybe through today's class, we can really connect with the softness that nature brings, the connection, the healing that it can bring to our lives. Just getting outside, being in the green, being by the sea, it is absolute medicine. Deep breath in with me and slowly breathing out. Amazing. Let the outer edges of the mouth curl up as you stand here nice and strong and rub those hands. Feel the energy between the palms. Yeah, get that little warmth if they're feeling a bit chilly. You have that little limbs. You're not moving pretty dynamically. You have, but not in that sweaty kind of way. Just move hands over the eyes. Just feel the hands, the darkness, the shift. And then slowly begin to flutter those eyelids open and come back into the space. Oh, amazing. Grab a drink. Where's that time gone? Oh my goodness. Absolutely amazing. I genuinely say it every class, but I don't know where the time goes. I could do this for days and days, honestly. My idea of heaven. Beautiful. So we're going to do a little bit of movement now, where we're going to do a little bit of standing and balance. So I'm going to show you. We've not done this one very often. And I'll just show you before we kind of do it. So enjoy your little sip of tea. We're going to kind of play here with a bit of balance. So we're going to bring the foot behind us into this lovely little lunge. We're going to bring the palms forward, and we're going to try and slowly bring the knee up. We're going to try and cross over like we did on the floor, and then we're going to bring the foot down. So it's almost like that little crunch, but see if you can play with that balance and in. Now, if you find balance hard, bring the foot in and then maybe twist the body, or you can bring the foot in and maybe lift from there. So there's two different ways. So the extension is kind of eventually want to move here, but if you're feeling wobbly, bring the foot in and twist, or in and down. You still get the twist, you still get that extension. Move really slowly and mindfully. So I remember the first few times I did this when I was like, ooh, wobbly, but just go slow and don't hold the breath. So it'll be really nice like to get our crunches standing. We also get that beautiful like magic that you get from the balances that we're doing. So find that nice strong position. Inhale. Slowly exhale. We get into that beautiful space where we calm the breath. Good. From here, we're going to bend the knees. See if you can find that extension. We're going to take a step back with the right foot and find that runner's lunge. So the heel is lifted. You've got that lovely extension, but you feel balanced. Good. Draw in from your core. That's going to help you with balance. Core is where your balance comes from, and not looking at something moving. When you're ready, you can either have the hands in that lovely prayer position, bend that back knee, you get that little bit of traction, and see, can you slowly, mindfully lift it up, and can you add the twist? Beautiful. And then taking it back. Good. And it's taking it back sometimes where we wiggle that back foot. When you're ready, breathing in, and slowly and mindfully lift it up and twist. Love it. And drop it back. Good. Again, breathing in. Again, you can take the foot to the ground, just add the twist and in. Awesome. And take it back. You can feel that standing leg working as well. The feet. I'm going to do 2 more for 5. Inhale, lifting up. And take the twist. Awesome. And back. And breathe. Here's your last one. Leave it out or join us, or just bring the foot forward, lifting, twisting. Good. And slowly bringing it back. Good. All right. Breathing in. And exhale, we're going to reach the hands up. Breathing in. We're going to slowly bring the hands on opposite side of that front foot. You know where we're headed. Shift the weight to the hands. Wiggle that front foot back. Finding your lovely high plank, or come to the knees. If you're in your high plank, take these lovely cues. Take the heels away. Drop the tailbone. Chest comes forward. Feel strong. Good. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out. You have a choice on how you lower down. Come via the knees. If you want to work into your chaturanga that we've been kind of leaning into, push into the toes. The chest comes over the shoulders, and you slowly lower down. Maybe untuck the toes and lift up into your upward dog, or come to the floor, roll the shoulders and lift up into that cobra. So yogi's choice. If you are in upward dog, don't feel any pain in the back. Bring the knees down if you need to. Draw the shoulders down, chin in. Relax. I used to really squeeze in the glutes here. Release in the glutes. Let the pelvis draw down. When you're ready, either coming via the knees or push into the hands, use your core, untuck those toes and lift up. Breathe in that downward dog. Good. Maybe get that beautiful stretch in the spine. Work the tailbone up. Yogi's choice with your downward dog. Only our little second one, so hands nice and wide, shoulders down. Maybe walk the heels, or if you feel compelled to stay in that stillness, stay. Just breathe. If the neck feels sore, move the head up and down. Like you're saying yes. Remember that cue being really game-changing for me, and left to right saying no. Breathe. Good. Drawing in from your core. Inhale, come to the tops of the toes. And exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, you choose. Maybe use the core, the legs, and maybe hop forward. It could be a little bit or a lot. Hold down. Inhale, yogi's choice with your upward dog. If it's fingertips forward, see if you can lean the chest forward. If you've got the hands alongside the body, see if you can really get that little extension. The backs of the legs. Breathe with me. Inhale, smiling. Exhale, bend the knees. Beautiful little flow. We added in there a little back bend. And as we exhale, tuck under in the pelvis, draw the shoulders down. Maybe close the eyes. Let's indulge. Let's really enjoy that feeling. Settle the breath. Inhale and exhale. And I don't know about you, when I kind of move in the salutations, I get that little heart palpitation. It starts to move. You can feel that energy moving through the body in a different way. When you're ready, breathing, and we're just going to reach the arms up. We're going to stay standing and take them wide and bring the hands onto the hips. Inhale. We bend the knees. We step back, this time with the left foot. And if you need to kind of make any sort of changes to get into that runner's lunge, do so. Bring the hips forward, back heels lifted. All right, when you're ready, bring the hands forward into your lovely prayer position. All right, you know where we're headed. Other side, take it slow. This side might feel different, which is absolutely fine. We bend that back knee just to get that little bit of movement, and then slowly lifting up. It could be a little bit, a lot, and maybe add the twist. How's that side for you? Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Inhale and exhale. Take your time, breathe, and add the twist. Beautiful, sinking down. Feel that movement again. Remember, you know your options. Inhale, lift. You can bring the foot down and just twist the body. You can bring the foot down and then lift it up and sinking back. At 3, I think it's 3. Inhale. We're going to do our little 5. Lovely twisting and moving. Great little work to get into that core and sinking down. Breathing in and lifting up. There's number 5. Amazing. And slowly coming down. Beautiful. Inhale, swoop the arms up. Exhale, hinge it at the hips, move forward, hands opposite sides of the foot. Wiggle that front foot back, find your plank. Again, you can bring the knees down, lean forward with the pelvis. You can stay lifted. So really take that lovely high plank, the heels away, drawing in from your core, push into the hands, and draw that chest slightly forward. Look a little bit in front of you. Just holding here. 3, 2, and 1. And then yogi's choice, either via the knees, come down onto the floor, lift up into your cobra, or push into the toes. Slowly draw that chest forward and untuck. Oh, I forgot to bend down. Sorry, bend down. Let's draw the chest forward and lift up. I'd skip the upper body bit. Silly. Draw the chin in, push into the toes, lift in, pushing into those hands. Feel that lower back, the strengthening. When you're ready, either via the knees or push into the hands. Use your core and untuck those toes, coming all the way up into your downward dog. Fingers nice and wide, making any adjustments that you need. Drawing from the navel. Good, I'm also going to give you a little element here in this downward dog. You've got the choice. You can stay here, nice knees bent, and take some breaths. You can walk the heels, or you can kick one leg up. Maybe keep the knee bent and open that knee a little bit wider. So you're kind of moving the foot towards the left-hand side. Nice. Looking underneath that armpit, just adding in a little twist here for us. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Lovely. Bringing that foot down. If you chose that option, maybe coming to a little walk of the feet at the side. And again, if you wanted to add this element in, but it feels too much from downward dog, you can come to the knee and just extend that leg, maybe reaching the toe towards that right hand side, looking underneath the armpit. Just breathe here, adding in that beautiful twist. Inhale and exhale. Amazing. Bringing that foot down. Beautiful. Inhale. We're going to look forward between the thumbs, coming to the tops of the toes. Bend the knees, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bending in the knees and slowly coming all the way up. Palms together, a little back bend. Exhale, thumbs come in towards the chest. Exhaling down. Just feel the energy. Maybe close the eyes and just, again, let's indulge the magic of Tadasana. You can feel the energy that's been created in the body through maybe our little back bends, maybe building in that chaturanga or your cobra. Just breathe in and slowly breathe out, whichever way you need to get that energy, get that breath back to that beautiful calm space. Eyes closed. Again, you can make it really active or you can make it a little bit softer. We're going to slowly begin to move the body into a little bit quiet. I just want you to notice the silence. You kind of feel The time has passed. You can feel the heart, breath, checking in the mind. How are you? Any shifts so far? Not quite there at the end, but we're going to take a deep breath in and exhale. If you have the eyes closed, see that lovely warmth of the hands. It's just a lovely way to really tap into those senses. Bring the hands over the eyes and then bring yourself back into a lovely bit of space. Amazing. Awesome. Let's come and face wherever you want. We're going to do our lovely little release, that lovely somatic movement. So you kind of know it now. We're going to move and we're going to lift the arms up, back in and open the chest because you've got lots of room. In a class, there's so many people sometimes on a Tuesday that I don't often open the arms because we'll all be whacking each other in the face. But we can do it in our house to take up space. So feet wherever feels good. Hip distance, maybe a little wider. Just enjoy. We're going to reach the arms up. Good. I want you to take that little back bend. Bend the knees. Push it back. Inhale. Reach it up. Arms come wide. That's it. Up and down. Up and out. Inhale. You've got it. Just move. And out. Flow. Awesome. Last one. Down and open. And arms up. We're going to come all the way to the floor slowly and mindfully, making your way to your seated position. Grab your drink if you like it. You're going to slow everything down. Oh, that's a nice one, isn't it? Cheers. Like a warm drink, isn't it? Sounds so weird. It's the people who don't do yoga. You drink warm tea, you do yoga. Yeah, just love it. Well, to me. All right. So if cross-legged feels good, stay there. If you wanted to make the knees or legs kind of more comfortable, do so. Grab a chair. We're going to just take that last little closing movement. We're going to do some of our Kundalini circles today just to slowly drop into our Shavasana. So I'm going to invite you just to close the eyes and just start with the thought of, especially we kind of looked at our alignment today in the guidance when we were doing our standing, our Tadasana. I want you to think I'm drawing the top of the head up. So eyes closed, just listen to the guidance, lifting tall. And as you breathe in and you lift the crown of the head up, and as we exhale, draw in from the navel and drop the shoulders down. Now, drawing in from the navel has actually got nothing to do with our belly. It's got everything to do with, as we draw in, you'll kind of notice that lower back, the posture elongates. That's all it is. Way less about anything to do with the center and the core, and so much more about as we draw in, you kind of get that lovely tuck under, shoulders down. Good with those eyes closed. Really trust yourself. We're looking down. No one's looking. It's just you. Your body. Let's take a little circle. Let's notice the first few we're going to use for a stretch. So take them big or small and just feel the movement kind of getting into the hips. We lean forward with the chest. Roll towards the right hand side. You might feel the lower back. Rolling around and forward. Good. And as you take that first few, just notice where you feel the body, eyes closed, and just begin to make that circle feel good for you. And kind of feel the sit bones connecting with the floor, which is great. That little bit of earth in. And just feel the circles begin to become more fluid. And there's a little theme today in that fluidity, that flow. Float into the wind, water. That beautiful flow of nature as they move between seasons. It just happens. It comes every year. There's always room for a shift. So just move. Feel the body rolling around. Feel the movement, the circle that you're making. Again, it can be really small. I really notice a difference. Sometimes I move really quick through this one, moving with the chest. The circles are really big, really speedy. And other times they're just a little bit slower. As you move, just keep that movement and that cycle. See if you can find a rhythm that you can just naturally slip into. It's like the body doesn't quite want to stop. Feel that energy flowing. And breathe in and out. Almost imagine that you're creating little circles with the chest. And you can slowly begin to just lift it up in the crown, the head a little bit, coming a little bit taller rather than leaning forward. Maybe making the circles a little bit smaller. Breathing in and out, making the circle a little bit smaller again. And you're slowly beginning to come back to that upright position. Breathing in. Slowly breathing out. Coming back to that lovely tall position, keeping the circles, making them smaller and smaller again. They can be really quick or getting slower. I want you to find that beautiful little place where you naturally feel like, hey, I'm ready to stop. And you find that, truly stop. What do you hear? Silence. Got no music today. Can you maybe hear bird? Maybe it's just stillness, quiet. Notice the breath as it just disappeared a little bit into its view. Soft little whisper. Lovely soft little ebb and flow. Just lean in. To the feeling. Little magic created from our flow to this pace of stillness. I'll let you know once I watch you turn the outer edges of the mouth up a little bit. Enjoy a little smile. Enjoy that peace. You know where I'm headed. When we do one side, we must find that beautiful balance in the body. So we're going to do the other side. Keep the eyes closed. Breathing in. Slowly breathing out. And as we move, we're just chasing a little more stillness. So we drop into Shavasana. We find that beautiful quiet. Inhale, slowly lean forward. And exhale, roll the body towards the left-hand side. And again, take it as a stretch to begin. Really leaning forward and back. Noticing where you feel it. Is it lower back, shoulders, hips? If everything's feeling good, just find your circle. Eyes closed, trust yourself. Continue to make that circle a little bit more flowing. That doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be quicker. It could. Maybe making it slower. Find a little sweet spot where you kind of feel like you're not really pushing too much. Body just naturally wants to keep flowing and moving there. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Sometimes it's nice to just envisage the circles that you're making. Feel the body swirling, moving. And that energy just dipping. Natural somatics. And then begin to make your way up to a little bit more upright position. A little taller, a little softer. Coming up to beautiful tall position where the circles are smaller and smaller. Breathing in, and when you're ready, absolutely no rush. Find your stopping point. Relaxing in the forehead if you have any last bit of tightness there. Lean into letting the eyelids really stop clenching, the creases alongside the eyes begin to melt away, separating the teeth, the face, the whole body. Just be still. The point of yoga is not actually to be able to do a pose in a certain way or, feel a certain feeling. It's kind of chasing the quiet, chasing the stillness in the mind, giving ourselves space in the human experience to just be. Maybe bottle that up as you move into your favorite Shavasana pose. Lying down on your backs, or finding a comfy position on the sofa or crawl back into bed. Let's see if you can keep everything soft, eyes closed, body quiet, wrapping up in anything warmer if you need it, relaxing in the forehead. Let everything melt. And please just surrender. So close the eyes and rest. Find a beautiful sweet spot of stillness. Just be. Maybe coming back to your place. Nature. Coming back to the colors, the blues, the greens. Feeling of the earth beneath you. Catching us. Maybe see if you can connect a little deeper to the sounds, birds, or the rustling of the leaves, your images in the woods, or the sound of the sea. Just to feel that warmth and that light from the sun kind of begin to warm you from the crown of the head. So imagine like a white light slowly covering you from the forehead, down the cheeks, the jaw, the neck, the chest, all the way down the arms, the upper body. Slowly feel that warmth, almost like a blanket covering you from the crown, all the way down the body, the lower body, the tops of the legs, knees to the ankles and the feet. Feel your whole entire body covered in that beautiful warmth, that white light. And just to let the heaviness of life drift away and feel that light. Just creating a space of calm, safety, joy. Let it be your protection. Enjoy that stillness. Enjoy being in that space today. I'm going to leave you today in your Shavasana, maybe indulging in the imagery and the beauty and the sounds and the feelings of your safe place. Also with my little wish, I often leave you. May you be happy, whatever that means to you, in all its uniqueness. May you be healthy. May you ride the waves of your life, knowing that you've got everything inside of you to tackle the tough stuff. saying as long as you want, deepest gratitude of joining me this morning. Namaste. Light in me honors and sees the light in you. My love, my beautiful friends, just rest, flow in to the rest of your Sunday, and really, really enjoy that beautiful Monday off as well. What a gift of time to truly take this little bit of stillness and peace. And if you're at a loss, not sure what to do in some of your quiet time this week, maybe try and seek one of those places in nature. Be there, not just a little bit. Look around, breathe it in, notice, get barefoot, and just make it all that it can be. Let it fill your cup. Peace and love, gorgeous Cornwall.